Now to Afghanistan and the ISIS affiliate known as ISIS-K. The group has claimed responsibility for deadly attacks across the country, including one at the Kabul airport in August that killed 13 American service members. Our Imtiaz Tyab is in Kabul right now and rode along with Taliban forces as they search for their new enemy.
On nearly every street corner, in every neighborhood, the Taliban. Now the guardians of a city they once attacked so often and so viciously. And while the Taliban's war with the U.S. may be over, the group faces a new enemy, Afghanistan's affiliate of ISIS, known as ISIS-K. We went on a ride-along with some Taliban fighters whose job it is to secure the streets.
Patrols like this have been stepped up across Kabul, but the Taliban insists that ISIS-K is not a threat.
Commander Rahimi leads this group of fighters.
Can you promise the Afghan people you can keep them safe?
He says, yes, 100%. We can completely guarantee security for the Afghan people. But attacks like this tell a different story. Just last week, over 50 people were killed in a suicide bombing at this mosque belonging to the Shia minority in the southern city of Kandahar. It sent chills through Afghanistan's Shia community, including worshippers at the Al-Zahra Mosque in Kabul. They have every right to be afraid. 4 years ago, ISIS-K fighters carried out a deadly suicide bomb attack here. Mohammed Jawad is the imam.
Your mosque has already been targeted by ISIS. We've now had these major attacks in other parts of Afghanistan in recent weeks. Are you afraid you're next?
He says, yes, we are all concerned. Maybe they will attack us again, but whatever happens, we will continue to worship and we will never give up. ISIS-K first emerged in 2015. Most of its recruits are defectors from both the Afghan and Pakistani Taliban, who don't see those groups as extreme enough. Tasked to defeat ISIS-K are the feared Badri 313 Battalion, a ruthless collection of fighters often described as the Taliban's special forces, responsible for some of the deadliest attacks against U.S. and coalition troops.
Badri 313 is clearly a force to be reckoned with, and everything from their vehicles to their uniforms to their weapons are American.
When an ISIS-K suicide bomber killed 13 U.S. service members and at least 170 Afghans on August 26, the battalion was tasked to hunt for ISIS-K cells. It uses U.S.-style counterinsurgency tactics and has access to a vast arsenal of American-made weaponry left behind by Western forces that are valued in the billions. Zabihullah Mujahid is the Taliban's chief spokesman.
It can't help but feel that you're downplaying the threat of ISIS-K.
He says it's true. We need to protect civilians, and we are doing that. But ISIS-K are not a real threat. They can't even attack our military installations. President Biden has vowed to make ISIS-K, quote, pay for the August airport attack. But the Taliban insists it won't cooperate with the U.S. to help defeat the group, although that's one of the few goals both have in common. As ISIS-K continues to grow in strength and brutality. For CBS Mornings, I'm Imtiaz Tyab in Kabul.
Imtiaz continuing a string of powerful pieces from Afghanistan. And isn't it still jarring to see those Taliban soldiers dressed like American soldiers with American gear and American vehicles? I mean, it's jarring.
Yeah, Imtiaz, those lengths that he goes to give us the stories that we need to know, absolutely impactful.
It is very jarring to see, and we're still trying to figure out exactly what we're dealing with there. Still a lot of questions.
Indeed, there are.